So you're an accountant and you want to do some keyword research to develop your digital strategy online. With any of our products, so keyword research, for example, you get a copy of our book, Lost in the Digital Noise, and that will actually give you a proven digital marketing strategy as well. So there's about 2 hours of videos along with that, which I'm always updating anyway. So I'm going to show you how to do keyword research on the word accountant. So simply put in the word accountant, and you'll see here we can do a search on Google, YouTube, Bing, Yandex, etc. So what we need to do is just change that to the United Kingdom in this case. So we've got the word accountant, and when I click the search button, you'll see in this positive folder, these are all the keywords. 849 positive keywords on the word accountant. So this is, if you go to Google, into the search there, type in the word accountant, this is every keyword term from UK with the word accountant in it. So keywords and phrases, of course. So what I actually want to do in this case is, ideally, I want to maximize. So I'd like to do an add Bing as well. So if I click that box, click on Bing, and click the search box once, you'll see this number go up. So this is now doing the keyword research not only on Google but also on Bing, and obviously Yahoo includes Yahoo results, if you like. So what you've got here is 2,586 positive keywords. So this list, whether you're an accountant in Milton Keynes, Newcastle or Bournemouth, the list is going to be exactly the same. What makes your list different to everyone else's is obviously the positive and the negative keywords, the keywords and phrases that you're going to use, the keywords and phrases that you're not going to use. So for example, if you're an accountant in Milton Keynes, a negative keyword would clearly be Newcastle and Bournemouth. Why? Because you don't operate in those areas. If you're in Bournemouth and you were an accountant, one of the things you might not be, that you might not want to promote, is obviously Milton Keynes and Newcastle, because you're not in those areas. So it's a very simple explanation there. So what we need to do is, obviously we need to split that list into two parts. So it's really, really important that we have a positive and a negative list, because when we incorporate this into the logic methodology, it's important that we live in a data-driven world. So all data is important, whether that data is good or bad. We must keep it. And so you'll see 2,586. So what we'd do is we'd go through the list and just make sure that we had all of them in the list that we actually wanted. If there's anything in there that we don't want, we can just click on a box and you can see it go over, or we can filter. So what we can say is anything with the word 2016 in, we don't want because it's not relevant to us. Anything with 2017, again, we can get rid of that. 2018, so you see there's a few more on that one. And then as you start looking through the list, you'll start to see other things that you really think, well, what does that mean? Is it really worth it? So 0123 movies, the accountant. Clearly we're not talking about the accountant, the movie. So we might want to put the word movie in there to see how many of those actually have the word accountant in. So clearly we don't want any of these, so we can basically delete them all. We're not deleting them, sorry, we're actually moving them to a negative folder because they're irrelevant to what we want to actually promote. And obviously you can do it separately, individually if you wanted to, and just go through the list. So keyword research would normally take, for 10,000 keywords, we would look at something like 5 days, 15 hours a day. We've obviously got this tool that has been developed, and we've got one best marketing management tool, so we can get this job done a lot quicker. And everything you do online relies on the keyword research. So proven digital marketing strategy based on real data. Real data is what people are actually typing in. So now we're going into voice search where people are now asking more questions. So how do I do this? What is this? People are looking specifically for a product, a service, an answer to a question. In a lot of cases, they're not necessarily looking for your name of your company. So sorry to say, in the majority of cases, if they know your company, then they're going to find you anyway. But you ideally want to be looking out for what other things, what other phrases you can use. So you can use this list now for your content strategy, for your paid advertising to identify the low-hanging fruit, and you can also use it for your optimization of your website. So if you're doing a new website, 100% do all the keyword research before and not after you've actually got the website up and running. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you how we can use that list. So we can export the list, and so here is the full list of everything we've got. And you'll notice as we go down, as part of our content strategy, what we can start to look at is where people are asking questions. So do I want to be an accountant? Probably not a keyword you would have in there. Does a small business need an accountant? Well, these are all questions that people are actually asking, and it's your job within your content strategy to actually answer these people. So by identifying what questions people are asking is actually part of your strategy. So you can see all these, more and more people are asking questions. So there's 1 billion searches a day. 15% of those searches are actually new phrases and words that people are looking for. So there's a lot of questions is, what is, when, where, who, why. These are all things that you could be asking or answering for your customers. So you can see the list there is quite long. So we're just going to take a random bunch here. And so the important bit to us is the information, because the information, just taking a random selection there, by the way, and we go to the volume tool. Okay, so we go to pounds. And what we're going to do is just put our list in here. So this will do 999 lines at a time. So if you've got 3,000 lines, you might have to do this a few times, and that's down to the API. There's not a lot we can do about that. Click search, and at the bottom you'll see here the data will be filled in for us, and we can export that as a data spreadsheet. So this is what I describe as a cluster. So when you get any research or anything done from us, you get a copy of the book and you'll understand the term cluster. So let's just make that a bit bigger so you can actually see it. So what we've got here is in column A, we've got the actual keyword. In column B, we've got the number of searches on the month in which we were doing the keyword research. Here we've got the cost per click if we're going to do paid advertising. We've got the competition level, so how many people are actually competing against you for that particular keyword or phrase. Then we've got month 3, month 2, month 1, month 12, and so on and so on. So the idea is that you'll be able to see what product or service is somebody is searching for more in a particular month. So obviously you might say tax return might be February, obviously, that type of thing. So by doing the keyword research, you can identify everything that needs to be done for your, first of all, your optimization of your website. B, low-hanging fruit, so you can compete. So things like, if we have a look, can't really use that one, can't use that one. Here, just as an example, you can see there's nobody bidding on these in the paid advertising, which means it's going to be a penny a click. And here you can see there's hardly any competition. So you might want to use those, but obviously you wouldn't, because it's obviously something to do with the movie again there, the accountant trailer. But you get the idea. By identifying the low-hanging fruit and the opportunities, that's where you're going to make the difference. And this is where the opportunities are, and how people are missing opportunities within their digital strategy. A lot of people think they want SEO. A lot of people think they want paid advertising. So AdWords. Some people say, I only want Facebook advertising. Well, ultimately, the logic methodology comes in 3 parts: optimization, paid advertising, content strategy. That's the foundations of your digital strategy. Once you get that strategy in place, that's when you can start thinking about your social media and any other paid media that you want to do. Hopefully that helps. That's the keyword research on the word accountant from a UK search. Thank you.